Hello. I'm going to share with you, this is my screencast of the tools that I would use for this closed reading. So the the selection that I chose was the Emancipation Proclamation. It's a pretty heavy reading, but it's a very important reading too. And so I pulled up a copy. I saved it to my Google Drive, and then from there, I'm able to use this pretty neat program that I was introduced to called Kami, Kami, and it actually works very well with Google and with Google Chrome, and it automatically pulls that information directly from my drive. So I saved a copy of the Emancipation Proclamation to the to my Google Drive, and then so I was able to pull it then right from my Google Drive to the to Kami, right into Kami. And so from here, what I would do then is now the Emancipation Proclamation was issued by Abraham Lincoln following the Battle of Antietam, which was the Battle of Antietam occurred in September of 1862. It was the first time that the South attempted to invade the North. It happened in Maryland, not far from Washington, D.C. And the battle ended up in technically a draw, but what it did was it stopped the South's advance into the North and forced the Southern troops back into Virginia. So it technically was a victory for the North, and it was a much needed victory for the North at that time. They were not doing very well at all on the offensive. So this was their first time on the defensive, and they were able to turn back the Confederate advance. And so what it did then, it allowed Abraham Lincoln to issue this Emancipation Proclamation, which in effect freed the slaves that were in the South. Now, they kind of glaringly left out 4 of the border states, but that was mainly for political purposes. Lincoln did not want to anger those states and cause those states to join the Confederacy. One of those states being Maryland, which then at that point, if Maryland would have left, the Washington, D.C., which was completely surrounded by Maryland, would be completely surrounded by the Confederacy. So that would have been not very good. So what I would then do is with this Emancipation Proclamation, you're able to, and using Kami, you're able to pull it up, and it has a lot of wonderful tools that are right here on the side. So you can highlight, select a color, whereas on the 22nd day of September, in the year of our Lord, 1862, a proclamation was issued by the President of the United States, containing, among other things, the following to wit. So here you can highlight this in yellow, and so as you're going through, you can make notes. You can add a comment, and just type in, this is the opening paragraph, and so that's now attached to this opening paragraph. So anyways, and then you can go back to highlighting. You can highlight here. Basically, it's a good tool as you go through. And I would have this up on my if I have a smart board, let's just say, in my classroom. It would be easier to use this and be able to read this to the students, make notes, have the students, and I can highlight different vocabulary words out of this. I would still do an old-fashioned, handout for the children, for the students, for them to work on it as we're going through it, kind of like a DBQ, um, as they're exploring the text, and just kind of differentiate it, um, and not just take notes. Um, but you know, I can add character voices myself, so I would try to make it a little fun that way. And so this was a great tool. I'm glad I was introduced to it for this Cami, and I'm looking forward to using it more in my for my lessons. And so thank you.